So what is explicit and systematic phonics instruction? Well, this was kind of eye-opening for me when I started to work in this field and do more research in this area. I think one of the reasons phonics got such a bad rap in the 70s, late 70s, is that phonics instruction in and of itself isn't necessarily effective. If there's just kind of an alphabet soup of sounds and we do it piecemeal and we don't categorize and we don't do it systematically, the students who would read, even if we didn't teach phonics, they would do great. But the ones who need a specific type of instruction, even if they're just given phonics like that, it'll be ineffective. They have shown that the way that working memory issues affect reading and all of these components that have to do with it, from the sounds to the representations of the letters on page, is that it needs to be done with the simplest concept, and they logically need to build from the smallest concept to then the more complex concept. That's what explicit means. That we start with the simplest sound in the word and build out from patterns and syllables and then to the whole word. Where something like implicit phonics, which research has shown is not as effective, is where they look at the word, they try to use context to figure it out. Then if not, they come back and kind of go from whole to part, then go down to the smallest part of the word to figure it out, where explicit goes from part to whole. And that's been shown unequivocally to be the most effective type of phonics instruction. And the systematicness of it, that these students that struggle, they have working memory issues, and they've shown that through research. And the thing that they struggle with, because what our working memory does basically is it filters and categorizes and prioritizes. So for these students who struggle with reading, they also lack the ability to do those things. And so if we give them, vowel ER in one story, but we don't teach the other vowels, the other vowel Rs until later in another story, they lack the ability to go, oh yeah, these are the same thing, they're in the same category, put them together, and then they have a different access, and they don't do that. So if we don't teach it very systematically with, here's all, this simple concept, and start with single letters, and then to blends, and then to combinations and patterns, they won't be able to retain it or find success. Their memory has to go to other places, and they can't take in and progress in the way that we'd like. So those two simple things are actually what makes the hugest difference in the type of phonics instruction that's given.